grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tiff Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Well, good evening. It's round 4 of the Metro Cup season, and tonight we'll see the Gold Coast in action in both the men's and women's premier matches. Firstly, in the men's, the Coast, they'll be taking on the Southern Storm, and in the women's match later tonight, Gold Coast will be taking on Brothers. They will be a couple of pretty good matches. We'll have a look at the first match in the men's. Carly Banks joins me in commentary for tonight's opening match. One that shapes up to be a pretty good contest. Both teams littered with some young up-and-coming talents. We take a look at the Gold Coast lineup.
Yeah, it should be a crackerjack game here, Scotty. Looking forward to this one.
And the Southern Storm we'll see shortly. The Gold Coast coached by Troy Skinner. He's got a lot of experience. A couple of big ins as well. Pete Norman playing his first match for the Gold Coast tonight. Of course, the combination, Norman and Dayberg-Muir. But these young fellas that I'll just be taking so much in when coming up and lining up next to a couple of these legends of the sport.
Yeah, definitely. Pete's a big in for the Gold Coast tonight, and but a big out. It's obviously Jai Charlton was suspended last week, so yeah, that'll be a bit of a loss. He's just out for a week, but be interesting to see how that impacts this Gold Coast lineup. But over the last few weeks, they've played well. Lennox Teaker's been in peerless form, so interesting to see how he goes tonight.
Yeah, we take a look at the Southern Storm lineup for tonight. Their co-captains Bailey Deacon and Matt Moore. Chris Ross is the coach. They're still searching for their first win on the board. They've been thereabouts in some of the games so far. It's just more experience that they're going to get throughout the competition in the season. They're going to be better for the run, but this is going to be a really good test tonight to see where they're at against the Coast.
Yeah, definitely. They'll have to step up really well against this very, very experienced and talented Gold Coast team, but it's nice to see another team in the comp that's on their way up and a young crew, and that match-up will be very intriguing between Deacon and Teakin.
Let's take a look at tonight's key player match-up from the Gold Coast, Lennox Teaker and Bailey Deacon, who we've just made mention of. Wow, these kids have just got absolute bucket loads of talent. This will be a good little one-on-one battle between these two young studs out here tonight.
Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate to have coached both of them last year in the Australian Under-18 boys team, and yeah, really good friends off the field. But yeah, it'll be no love lost out there in the heat of battle, but should be really, really good. Bailey's got a lot of leadership qualities about him. Obviously, coached the Australian Under-18. Captaining the Australian Under-18 boys with Blaze Prendergast, so yeah, he'll add a lot there, and as I said, Lennox has been in fantastic form, so yeah, should be a great contest, Scott.
Yeah, we can see the Southern Storm there on the screen. Our second match tonight, as mentioned, Gold Coast taking on Brothers in the women's premier match. That kicks off at 8:10 here local time. 10:10 if you're in New Zealand, watching that one on Sky Sports Next. Another good game there. Gold Coast again, another young team in the women's. Brothers have been pretty good. They've had a win and a draw so far in the season, but on the earlier match that we saw from the Gold Coast Country Club they took on a couple of rounds ago, they really took it to them. There's some promising signs for the Gold Coast women's team this season too.
Yeah, definitely, and it's good to see them, being in the comp and sort of really, putting their best foot forward, Scott.
Now, big important message to kickstart is a happy birthday, Carly. Where else would you rather be celebrating your birthday? Up here in the commentary box of Metro Cup. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Carly Banks, get a life. Yep.
Gold Coast Kickstarters here. And here is Kaya Tika working with Lennox in the middle. Dayberg Muir on the run. They go away from him. Nice ball out in front and a quality finish. The touch has been claimed. Referees point to the spot. You cannot start a game much better than that. Gold Coast, all guns blazing from the tap-off.
Yeah, fantastic piece of play there, and that long ball is going to be, a really important weapon there for the Coast. And Tiga's just moving him around, just checking back, getting them both in there, feigned to the sweeper, and then threw a lovely out ball and long ball, and they're off to a flyer, Scott.
Yeah, Mike Phillips scores the opening points here for the Coast. First touch here for the Storm. Here's that play we made mention of, Deacon wearing the 2 tonight for the Southern Storm. Jinking, links back up with the other co-captain, Matt Moore, who steps in now, has a look up, has a beautiful left to right, ball just behind Matty Moore on that occasion.
Yeah, and we'll see that set up a lot tonight. Scotty, we know that he loves his left to right off that county's play, so Gold Coast handled that well, and it looked like they were very well prepared to repel that attacking foray from Moore.
Nice roll down the field here from the Coast. They've got all the numbers on the right-hand side of the field at the moment. They'll look to reset and get into position. Here's Hayata. He'll get himself into half, shows it back on the inside, takes off himself. He's quick off the mark. Played for New Zealand in the Youth Trans-Tasman series a little bit last year now, wasn't it?
Yep. And very talented player, and he's another one who's been quite impressive for the Coast, and that's a nice dish off there from the Coast and picked up well from the winger, but they've lost a bit of momentum there, and they'll have to get this back before the latcher comes, and this is good press defence here from the Gold Coast.
Just shy of the halfway line on the last touch as Ben Ross picks up his early ball. Bit of space to work with down the right, and they got themselves out of a bit of trouble. In the end, picked up some valuable metres, and the Gold Coast will finish it just about a metre in front of their own 7-metre line. They pick up good metres on the first touch. Good response in defence and a little bit of a bobble in the play of the ball. The Storm coming in and forcing the mistake there, the error. They give the penalty away. Just a relieving one there for the Gold Coast. And they responded nicely there, the Storm, after picking up some valuable metres on the back end of the set. Here's Dayberg Muir. Changes on for the Coast. Roth plays it, another one to watch tonight. And the players everywhere, beautiful short ball. Pete Norman made mention it's his first game back in the blue and the gold of the Coast tonight. He shows some silky skills there. Gold Coast go up by 2.
Yeah, nice little quarterback play, little sweeper quarterback, and then a short ball there from Kaiatika. And he's another one who's been in really good form. We talk and we wax lyrical about the elder Tika, but the young fella's got some real ability about him as well.
Storm from the restart. Beautiful ball out in front, running into space as well. Equally good defence. Ruddiman making the touch. Good footy from both teams there.
Yeah, fantastic touch out there. Saved the day for his team there, and because that was a certain try. And here he goes left to right. Matty Moore goes for that link hole again.
Penalty given away here from the Coast.
Now I'm sure over just here in this sub box here for the Storm, they will have noted the fact that that's the second link ball that they've covered up. There's a bit of space out there with the wing, so I wonder if next time Matty Moore's going to look to hit the I think that's down.
Wow, what about the footwork there? Left foot, Jacob Richter. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's a talented young man, Jacob Richter, and really good off that left foot. This is on the 7-metre line. You notice it just feigned to go one way, and then look, he sizes it up, bang. Just a little slip as well helped out, but that puts them back where they need to be.
Correction on the try scorer, it was number 3, Hayden Wong. Giving all the credit and the due there to Richter. We've got to give that shout out to Hayden Wong. That was something special. Gold Coast have hit straight back from the tap restart. Well, we were seeing some points early on in this one.
Yeah, it was a really nice piece of play. Again, Tika just working off the ball there, and another little short ball to his brother, and yeah, I think they're having a bit of a competition to see who's going to score the most tries tonight between the Tika brothers. But yeah, really nice piece of play there. And this is the thing, isn't it? Already we've had a lot of tries. So in both sub boxes, little split of play there, and Deacon was looking for the offside call, and he's going to get it. Yeah, in both sub boxes, I think, Scotty, they'll be trying to think about how they can repel these attacking forays because the tries are coming fairly easy. So really, really important that they try to get out past the 8 and try and limit the amount of time that both these teams have got. And as we say it, 7 metre dump and we're in trouble again.
Well, we can't take it away from him this time. He must have heard the call and went, well, they half gave me a try before. I better get out there and score one for real.
There we go.
That young man, Jacob Richter, he gets it done. Pretty classy finish as well there. Just skipped away on the outside, ball in one hand. This will look beautiful here on this shot. Look at that.
Yeah, that's really good. And a wrap there for Benny Ross. Got the strike dump, split off the ball right on the 7, and that allowed Richter the opportunity to be able to use his footwork. And down there on the 7, he's incredibly hard to stop.
Here is Chase Davis-Shaw. These young up-and-coming players in the Gold Coast lineup. Debut season for the Gold Coast this year. Norman goes long as a wobbly one out of the hands. With work to do out on the edge, had space to get there, and gee whiz, we were about to. The scoreboard attendant's getting his money's worth tonight. 5 tries already here for the Coast.
Yeah, certainly a little rooster line early release, and then Pete just lets that one rip, and it doesn't matter how they come out of their hands, they all count the same, and that's a really good response there from the Coast.
So 5-2, 7 tries already. We're only 7 minutes into this game. Dylan May scores for the Coast. Storm will be looking to hit back. More points. The fans are saying at home, you're getting plenty tonight. Here goes Benny Moore. Oh yeah, it might have been short. That was on.
Yep.
Just ball out in front there of brother Matt. Now the Gold Coast will get back to work. It's Lennox, picks up big meters down the right-hand side of the field. Follow suit, second touch. This is coming into third. They played over the halfway line now.
And that was a really good effort there from Matt Moore to be able to stop the momentum, because the first 2 touches from the Gold Coast were golden, and now they're still in a really dangerous position here.
Now Groth, they played out the back. It was just off the fingertips there of Kaya to reach for it.
Yeah, it's tough when you're trying to run that passive play that close out, because it's very difficult for players to realign to get through that front hole. So if Gross sets that one again, I'd love to see him take on and go a little bit further short side to give himself a little bit of space to step back into that space and give his runner time to realign.
Surely poor old Kaya's going, mate, I'm not 7 foot tall like you are. Hit me on the chest, drop it down a smidge, and we'll be off to the races.
Absolutely.
Now throwing the footy around here, the Storm really punching too much forward on the last. Do they get themselves
fortuitous.
a repeat? They do. Smart footy though for young head, old shoulders there. Just drew the defence in, threw the footy in that direction. Repeat set.
Yeah, they look very good down here when they get their repeat sets. They play some pretty smart footy. Benny Ross.
Great footwork from Ross. Gets into the in-goal area. Well, they just won't go away at the moment. The Southern Storm, they're trading punches with the Gold Coast. They get back on the board and they keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, Benny Ross, he's more renowned for all the work that he does for other guys, but look at him there. Picks up one way, comes back to the short side, and he just shops around, and Tahira's on the receiving end of that one, and that's a really nice response there from the Storm. When they get repeat sets, they're able to score, they're able to sort of get themselves there. It's whether they can stop the Gold Coast juggernaut, and that's got to be the question already if this game is going to not get away from them.
Go away from Dayberg. Nice touch coming up out of the line.
You'd be wanting to get out as far as you can outside the 8. It looks like they're dropped, and that's the issue. So if you're in that Storm box and you're Chris Ross, you're trying to get your middles as far out as you can, Scotty. I'd be thinking just to try and give yourself a bit of breathing space from these dive over plays that the Gold Coast are very, very adept at running.
Tika dances away again, puts the ball out in front. They've held off him. And there's been no touch made. Just caught napping there. Bowman Jackson on the line. Slaps their hands. He knows that was one that got away from them.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic piece of play by the young man, Chase Davis-Shaw. He is an absolute talent, this young man. He's made all the Queensland underage teams coming through in the school system, and he's just got a really, really composed head on his shoulders, and as well as obviously being very talented, he's a really smart young player. So great to see him dot down there.
Deacon in the half. Oh, wow, the footwork tonight. They picked off. That will get a penalty. Gee whiz. The boys are putting them on ice tonight. Both teams. We're seeing the footwork, all the fancy stuff with the footy, the low dives.
And he doesn't need much invitation. If he was onside Kaya Castles, he would have been gone.
So full set of 6 off the repeat. Storm back on the attack. Looking to stay in this game. Here is Richter. He's already scored a try so far in the
There's
first
more to the
half.
wing.
Plenty of space to work with.
Ooh,
Referees say
made the
touch.
And that was the space. So obviously the recognition's been done down in the box. Those first 2 long balls from Moore hit the link, and then he went wide to the winger.
Happy to throw the footy around. Here the Storm coming into the last touch. Deacon tries to skip, won't get away this time around. There's a little bit of confusion there with Benny Moore, or Benny Ross, I should say.
Yeah,
into the half.
And here we are again. The Gold Coast are very, very disciplined getting out of their end. Their first 3 have been really, really good, and it puts a lot of pressure on you when you're consistently doing that.
Hayata picks up, goes. We know how quick he is when he gets
Oh,
some
got him.
space. Dayberg gets it on the bump, loops it over the top. My Phillips flicks it around the corner and off the fingertips. That's Gold Coast footy to a T right there.
Certainly bringing the crowds back, Scotty. Here we go. What a great spectacle we're being treated to already. And a couple of little things there, mate. The Gold Coast recognised that the Storm defence is quite man-on at the back end, so we'll see a lot more of those late switches, I think. And the Storm have been really good, like exiting their own end. They've won 3 passes at a transition, so that's something that probably Gold Coast will pay a little bit of attention to the next exit set that the Storm get.
A mistake around the halfway there from the Storm. Gives Gold Coast more good field position. It's Phillips who finds himself in field as the Coast makes some changes. Dayberg Muir's going to take a breather as well. Castles makes his way onto the field, into the right link position. Early ball. Raiden earns his team a penalty.
Yeah, and they can't give the Gold Coast too many repeat sets in this ideal field position, Scotty.
Here's Groth again. Loves this zone on the field. Look at that. Ball in one hand, dancing around right in front of Matt Lavery, who says ball down. But will get the penalty.
And that's 2 now, Scotty.
So they need to be on their toes here, the Southern Storm. Another penalty in the 7-metre zone. They'll be down a player. The class we can see in this Gold Coast. And look at that. Footwork again. He's dancing around. He's skating around. The big man, Wilson Roth. Castles plays it, Tika. That's Kaya. Loops goes big into the breeze. Phillips sat down, had a picnic and waited for it to come back to him. It's a little bit breezy tonight.
It has. It's been a very windy day in Vegas, hasn't it, Scotty? So, we'll see how the boys go with that.
Well, they're trying to get that penalty here. The Storm, they're holding on at the moment. They come back to the right-hand side, and the footwork there from Castles. Well, they just opened them up, didn't they? They had plenty of space to work with one-on-one.
Yeah, and this was really good work. They've moved the Storm defence around, and will ever Storm want to stand on that 7-metre line, it's just going to be money for jam for the Gold Coast. So, if I'm Chris Ross, I'm saying get out past the 8 as much as you can. Easier said than done, I know, Scotty, but, they're so lethal down on that 7-metre line that they're just going to cut you to pieces.
There's Jacobs. Deacon, short of the 7. Moore goes long.
And
Nice
there's the
little pop back
accumulator.
on the inside.
Unlucky it's forward.
Oof.
But that's the play, the accumulator play for those that watch at home, playing along at home. It's just a back ball. So that's exactly, and it's there for both sides. Whenever they've gone long, that link channel's been free. So, I think we'll see a lot more of that, Scotty.
This time they don't get the repeat. They go on the big pump ball.
Yeah, but Kai Tika's been super impressive. Like, he's got every skill that you want. He can throw long, go short. He's got good feet. He's got guile. He's got everything that you need to sort of make it. He's a very impressive young man to watch.
As Richter plays out the back ball, dips away. Gold Coast back onto the footy. There's Castles scored the last try for the Coast. Lennox taken out, straightening them up, coming into the 7, and a tough ball to take out of the fingertips, hits the grass.
And that's a little bit of respite there for the Storm now. Really, really important here. And, yep, was that a throwaway? Yeah, it was. Here we go. So this is really, really good field position for the Storm. Important they play out a really good purposeful set of 6 and they get another penalty.
We'll give a shout out to our referees tonight as well. Matt Lavery on field, John Hamster and Brett Freshwater on the sidelines.
3 very accomplished referees, Scotty, who, World Cups, your law between those guys. So really nice to see these fellas out here plying their trade. How blessed BMTA to have referees of that quality.
Moore gets into half, has a look up. Picks off
Here he
Castles.
is.
This time they won't pull him back. Ball in one hand, streaking away. Back-to-back tries for Kaya Castles. And the Gold Coast, like Kaya there, they're streaking away on the scoreboard now.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate there for Storm because a try there sort of gets them a little bit closer and keeps them in contact. But that man, Kaya Castles, I saw Jai Charlton earlier tonight, and he said that Kaya's been in fantastic form for the boys in the early stages of the season. And anytime he's channeling in that link, it's you can theme the Jaws music, mate, because once he catches it, he's gone.
So 8-3 now in front of the Gold Coast. What a first half performance it's been. Here is Hayden Wong, who scored one of those 3 tries, looping ball over the top. Slide defence on the line from the coast. Flick it back out inside, happy to throw the footy around, and the ball hits the ground eventually.
Storm just really, it can be quite unsettling, you know, when you give away a try like that with an intercept, but really important that they stick to their guns here and they keep in touch with the coast as much as they can, because this is when these guys will want to go to another level and get into a bit of overdrive here. So Storm, be brave, step up, get out past the 8, make these touches and just stay in the contest. And that's a really good penalty there for the Storm, and now really important that they get this exit set right.
Richter on the first touch. Here's Deacon, ball out in front. Loose one, and yeah, you're under pressure, scoreboard pressure, throwing in that extra pass. Don't usually throw. Those things can happen.
And we talked before the game, didn't we, Scotty, that this is a really young Storm team. So these guys, the more that they play together, you know, the better they're going to be. The more situations they get put in like this, the better that they'll respond the next time around. So, you know, Bailey would be disappointed in that error, but I'm sure, you know, if they can defend this, then, you know, won't make the same mistake twice.
Danger set defending that line. Whoop.
There we go.
There. Pull down on the ground. There's a positive start there from Jackson.
And this is a nice direct set. Those first 2 were really, really good from the Storm. Like to see him go direct there. And Benny Ross with the little gun you play there. But, yeah, they had 7 on. I thought that would be the case. They got trapped in field, and that's always a telltale sign that the referees are going to be looking for that 7 on. So, an unfortunate error there.
Things just not going right towards the back end of the first half. It was a great start from the Storm. They did go with the Gold Coast, even though they were scoring points quite rapidly at the start. They got a few on the board as well. They are doing the tough yards towards the back end of the first half.
Tika again.
Good recovery this time, coming across to make the touch. And Crawford on the far side of the field.
They've got to get out. They were waiting for him, and they came into that 7-metre area, and they're very lucky there.
A little bit of trouble here, the Gold Coast. Ooh, Western only just
Bit
made
offside.
it back, Lennox. Here's Geiger. Get himself the half. Now, you share a birthday with that young man as well. I got a message on the way to the game tonight. Matt Geiger, it's his birthday as well. Big shout out to the young man.
All the good eggs today.
Here's Deacon, nothing to do. Slipped up above the line. He'd get 3 weeks in the NRL.
Yeah, I was just
going to
say that would have been the end of his season.
We breed him tough these days.
Yeah, that's all right.
Phillips skipping away from Richter.
Castles.
And ball in one hand. He almost gets through again. Gee whiz.
That's a nightmare coming at you, isn't it?
Oh.
How good is that? He is in peerless form there, man.
He's causing them headaches tonight. Here's Groth. Receives it back. There's players down on the deck. And they can't take a trick at the moment, the Southern Storm.
Really, really tough on that 7. They call that forward.
Oh, yeah, this is called forward. And Matty Moore says, no thank you, we are done here in the first half. Both teams will take a quick breather. It was quite the start from the Gold Coast. They set the platform early. I think they got 5 tries thereabouts in their first 5 sets. The Storm went with them for a little bit. The 3 tries came in quick succession as well. That back end of the first half, though, the Coast really started to stretch their legs.
Yeah, and this is a really good time for half-time to come for the Storm. Chris Ross will be able to compose the boys, address a few problem areas like getting out past the 8, and if they can do that, maybe they can slow this Gold Coast team down a bit, but they've been super impressive in this first half, Scott.
Yeah, quite the first half. We'll see if we get more points here in the second. We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half action here in the Men's Premier from the Metro Cup.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to round 4 action here at the Metro Cup, and correction on the score. I might have said 8-3 going into the halftime break, 7-3. We have had it confirmed by our referees on the sideline as well. 7-3 is the halftime score here in the Men's Premier. Big effort needed here in the second half, isn't it, Carls? Probably see the Southern Storm, their coach, Chris Ross, just down there at the moment. You mentioned a couple of key things that you think he'll be focusing on coming into the second 20. What do you think they need to just to get themselves back into the game?
Yeah, I'm sure that Chris would address being brave. I think he just implored some of the boys to come forward and get off the line, and that's going to be so important for them, because when they look back on this game, they'll see how many of the tries that the Coast scored just being on that 7 metre area. So if they can stop being camped on their line and get out, they're going to make life a little bit tougher for them. But this will be the challenge now. If they come out in the second half and just forget about the first half, it's done. Let's go again and let's start again. The challenge for the Gold Coast is not to relax and not take the foot off the pedal, which has been something that over the years the Coast have probably been a little bit guilty of at times. So, it'll be interesting to see how the second half goes.
What have you liked about the Coast in the first half? It's a different feel about the Gold Coast this team. One thing that stood out for me in particular was their running game now. One touches 1 and 2, getting to their box, and then that transition coming out. They're ruthless at the moment. Probably something that hasn't quite been there. They've used the flair, they've used the footy before, but they're really working hard to get their metres. Yeah,
and it's the discipline in that first. So you're right, Scotty. That's been the biggest feature of their game that's improved. It's the discipline. Get to the box on 3, and then it's get to your latch, and then you guys can play footy in the back end. So all credit there to Troy Skinner for the way that he's getting these Gold Coast boys to be a little bit more disciplined, and we've seen that with some of the junior teams that he's had over the last few years. So it's good to see these boys coming through and playing that style.
We'll see the Coast in our next match as well. They'll be taking on Brothers in the Women's Premier match. Looking forward to that one as well. Coast looking for their first win of the season. Only early doors, still in round 4. A couple of teams have had some buys as well along the way, but another good young up-and-coming team in the Gold Coast Women's. And Brothers got a lot of experience as well in their lineup. The Australian captain's there as well, Kim Sue C, so she'll be leading the charges tonight, and they'll be looking to chalk up another win as well.
Yeah, that'll be a really, really good game there. And each game that Gold Coast women's team plays, it's just more experience, Scotty, and it's another chance to step up and play, in the best competition in South East Queensland.
Here we go, second half. Southern Storm looking to start strong, and I want to be the first team to score, no doubt. Getting a lot of momentum. First half will be behind them now. They'll be looking to at least try and win the scoreboard here in the second. Can be a big little tick in the box there. Now let's switch out the back to Deacon. Norman's there to make the touch. Moore comes in, repeats,
Ooh, yes.
sets.
Yep.
For a second there, I thought he was going to say no.
And that's a good one there. And now the Gold Coast just need to be careful here that they don't get frustrated. And this has been the issue before for them. So just let it go and just play some footy. And the splitter play there from Deacon.
Trying to squeeze the ball out. They'll get another full set of 6 off the hands.
Yeah.
Just getting that final pass away.
Yeah, right play. Just probably would have liked to see him with a little bit more momentum rather than that happening on touch 1, Scotty.
Deacon plays it. They come
Ooh,
back
it's
to
offside.
him now and gets it in underneath. Great awareness, Bailey Deacon.
Yeah, fantastic piece of play. He's very good at doing that close to the line, Bailey Deacon. You get him, they get out here on the 7. So reminiscent of what, the Gold Coast were doing to them in the first half. So that's a really nice way to start the half for the Storm. But the real question is, can they stop it at the other end of the field?
So down to 4 tries. 3 tries, I should say. The score is just getting me all over this shop tonight. There's been too many tries in this game. I can't keep up at the moment. Look at this. They're switching out the back. They go short ball. And they go, well, if you want to get points on us, we'll hit you straight back. And that is a quality try yet again there from the coast.
Yeah, fantastic piece of play again. The Tika brothers combining fantastically well off that late switch and just coming back and straightening up. And there's not much that they can do about that when you've got that sort of setup. But yeah, Gold Coast, anything you can do?
He's ripped up, plays it.
Got him.
Roth, yeah, just needed to go at him. Really just kind of hung off, ripped it there.
Forward pass at the ruck, I think they've picked that one up. Yep.
Penalty given from Matt Lavery. As the Gold Coast go direct on the first touch.
And there they are again. You mentioned, Scotty, that their first 3, were very, very smooth and automated. And here they go again on this back end, and they're just an absolute juggernaut at the moment. Pete Norman.
I just couldn't find enough space to work with down the right-hand side.
And you can see the midfield pressure. We haven't given the Gold Coast a big rap for their midfield defence, but they're meeting them, and yeah, they've got another error there.
So Phillips will tap it in the Storm's end of the field. More pressure coming here for the Southern Storm.
And Pete's just wanting that 7 metres, just trying to demand the 7 there.
Oh, it didn't come out of the hands cleanly there. You might have heard the screams there from Drummy.
Yeah, we won't see that too often, do you? There's a real rarity, but how good is he? Just an absolute master of the game, and for him to still be playing, at this level and dominating the way that he does, he's just, in my opinion, he's the GOAT.
Here he is, ball in hand. Crawford comes up and makes the touch. Punching up out of line a little bit too quickly there, the Storm.
At least they're trying to come forward, and I like that. And that's just outside the 7, and there's an opportunity, right? So there we see it.
Referee's just having a chat
Just
here.
conferring whether he'd made the line.
Still confirming.
He's going to
And
give
they
the
give
penalty for the offside. But the difference there, Deacon makes it on the 8. The winger gets a chance to strike that, and they don't get the pass away. So they need to stay on that page defensively.
Yeah, one of the Southern Storm player is behind the in-goal area at the moment, so must have been the 3rd given away. And they have the player advantage. And they will make you pay every time when you get that player advantage. 3-on-1 down the end on that left-hand side.
Yeah, it's really tough going, isn't it, when you're in that situation, and not a lot you can do there. And the Gold Coast, really clinical, just the little rooster early release, created the extra number, and they're in again.
Tika boys are racking up points tonight between them.
Yeah, they're super impressive, aren't they, the pair of them? And another little error there, play the ball error, and yeah, Storm have just got to... It's so hard when you're in situations like this, Scotty, and it's just really important that you stay in the grind and you keep working. And that was a really, really smart piece of play to force that turnover there. Well done, Benny Ross. He's been close to the Storm's best tonight, mate. He's been stepping up. He hasn't stopped trying. You know, he's always trying to look at a way of being able to get an advantage for his team. Great young player.
Here he is from half. Feeds it to Richter. He gets down nice and early. They won't be denied this time. Jacob Richter gets his second try of the game.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic piece of play again from Richter. That's his specialty, isn't it? Get him on the 7, and he's got that really nice little dive close to the line, and he caused a lot of trouble there, and there was no way that they were going to be able to get back out and do that.
That's a textbook finish, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Wow,
is. It is.
Still hanging around. Fifth try of the game, margin of 4. Every time you see the Storm score, the Gold Coast tend to hit them straight back.
Yeah, nice work from Cooper Clark there defensively. Read that one really, really well. And it's nice to see him back playing, that young man coming back from a knee reconstruction, and yeah, doing a good job for his team.
Oh, just open up far too easy there. Wilson Gross going through from half.
Yeah, that's a disappointing one there for the Storm, given that, you know, he wasn't live. He picked up out of half and it was the short side. So lessons, though. Lessons for these young men, and it's really, really important. They're just looking around, shopped around, and, yeah, nice finish there. And the Coast just keep kicking ahead when they come back. They just find another gear and they go again. And that's a really clinical attribute that the Gold Coast have got this season, and they're going to be really hard to beat in this competition, Scotty.
Here's Jackson. Sends a lovely ball to Crawford. Good finish.
Yeah, and he is so good at doing that. Bowman Jackson was lucky enough to coach him a couple of years ago in the Redlands 18 Boys Junior State Cup, and he impressed me there with his guile and his ability, you know, to be able to ball play. And he gets more involved in the game. He's the sort of player that can really lift this Storm outfit.
He just hasn't had too many opportunities tonight, has he? Unfortunately, when he...
No, I think that's his first one.
Yeah, we just showed he does get that good clean ball. He'll finish it off more times than not for the Storm. Here's Norman.
And that's really good defence there from Deacon. He composed that. He and Matty Moore did a really good job there.
Now back in the middle. Oh, through the legs they go. Off the fingertips. Tough one to take for the young fella.
And that's a really, really good piece of defence. Those two guys, Moore and Deacon, the two captains, just steadied the ship there and got him out of trouble. And this is a better first 3. Look at that. They're over halfway and they're coming into their latch. They've done a really good job.
Here's Chase. Ross from half. Goes short ball. Not a bad set in the end there, though, from the Storm. Yeah,
and we're seeing Pete Norman play in the middle tonight. He's been in the middle, probably just getting a bit of match fitness. We know he's a link and stuff. So, yeah, nice to see Pete do the hard yards. He knows what everyone else has to do now, and, yeah, does the work for him. So, yeah, hope you're enjoying that, Pete.
Penalty given, though, from the Storm. Just been a few times throughout the game where they have come up with points, defended their line, and then it's just a couple of little penalties around the midfield. Just gives valuable possession back to the Coast. And Kaya almost getting in underneath yet again.
Great touch from Benny Ross to deny him.
Skinner plays it on the 7. Kaya this time goes away from Lennox and links back up with Skinner. Took a little bobble, took a juggle. He reels it in and gets the 11th try on the board here for the Coast.
Yeah, I don't think there are enough superlatives to describe the game that Kaya Teak is having at the moment. Every time he touches the ball, he is dangerous, whether he's out of half, whether he's live. And really nice support play there from Skinner. And they kick out again, Scotty.
Well, it's been quite the performance tonight from the Gold Coast. A bit of a statement. Here's Deacon. Touch is made on him. Come back and play it on the mark.
and out past the 8 to make that touch. And that's probably the clinical difference with both teams' line defence.
They'll turn the footy over. And the last touch, as Phillips goes forward. Roth follows suit on the second. Here's Jaden Love. Now Dayberg Muir. As the Gold Coast replacements flow onto the field. Norman straightens them up. Raiden picks up from halves, looks to go with the speed. It took a little bit of a deflection there off one of the Storm players.
Yeah, and 6 to go, and that's well earned, because if it wasn't 6 to go, I reckon they would have given him the offside penalty.
Yep.
Great drive from Peter Norman to give him a really, really good strike dump there, and here they go again.
Oh, just
Drummy.
netball flings it back to Drum, now puts it through the hands. 1-on-1 down the right-hand side of the field. All clear from sideline referee Brett Freshwater. It's all high fives again here for the Coast.
Yeah, this game's been dominated by the Tika brothers, but there we see the old firm, Norman and Dayberg Muir. How many times have we called that over the years, Scotty? And to see those two guys combine, nice long ball and a really good finish by the winger. And here they go again. Gold Coast, they are looking in ominous form.
And Dylan May scoring the try for the Coast. Now Richter looking to kick out. Links up with Ross. Look to get themselves back. Set in the middle of the field. Jackson, this time goes short. Comes off the fingertips. They'll get a penalty.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sure he'll look back on that play, and the wing was wide open. You know, don't change it until they change their defence.
Here's Richter. To go down that short side. Looked like Kai might have been a step or two short.
Yeah, very good play there. Unlucky not to get the reward there, Scotty.
Back midfield to Ben Moore, who dances. No touch made yet. Sling it back over to Ross. Richter, short ball. There's Moore. Steams onto the footy.
Get it out for him.
Put the brakes on now.
Throw it.
Jackson, this time he goes long. Oh, it's picked off. May, has he got the toe to go? He is stretching away. See you later. Geiger's coming across though in cover. And they're too little, too late.
So what he did, he hesitated before he threw it. He was looking for that sinker over the top, and then he went to have the double pump, and then that just allowed the winger to jump up and get the read. So I'd like to see him just pick up and just rip that beautiful flat long ball he's got, because when he throws it, you know, it's reminiscent of a Jordan Marshall King when it's nice and flat. And
here we go, straight away from the tap off down the sideline as Phillips has to come across to make the touch. It was actually Radaman, the 11 from the Coast, caught them napping there.
Yeah.
The Storm. The shot from the tap restart. Here's Hayden Wong. Dancing around. Wall punches through. Deacon. Touched by Groth. Here's Deacon again. Outside the 7. Bailey pumps, gets it through to the in-goal area. Just one too many. Straight onto the footy here. Blood in the water. Skinner.
And that's a great transition from the Coast.
Heavy contact, play on. There's Kai Castles. Super impressive in the first half.
And they're still recycling the footy. The big thing that they've done really well tonight, Scotty, and we haven't made much mention, they've recycled the footy really well in the midfield, just forcing Storm to present another defender and another person getting implicated in the touch, which just gives them all that they need with their back end flow.
Oh, there's
an interesting.
There's finger pointing, there's body shaking
We've
going
got Ray Gun
there
out there. We've got some moves. It's all happening.
Johnny, he's still
here
going
he
on
is.
with it. The elephant trunk.
He'll pull the kangaroo out next.
Oh yeah, he was adamant that that was touched by one of the Southern Storm players. And the touch is made. Now it's Kaya doing the backwards roll down the hill.
Jeez, it's acrobatics.
It's all happening out here. Boys are putting on a show.
We're back in the Olympics. This is great.
Here's Love dancing. Still manages to get the footy away. On the wraparound. They'll play it now on the 7. Here's Lennox, short ball, and Raiden just punches through the hole. Looked like they had them covered there, and just all of a sudden when the ball hit his hands, he just took it to another gear, got in underneath.
Yeah, and got to give referee Brett Freshwater a rap there. He was right on the spot to rule on that one. And, came across, but it was just a little bit late. And you watch the position. He gets nice and low and just gets it down before the touch comes in.
14th try of the game. Gold Coast. Anyway, they've racked up some points tonight.
It's quite extraordinary, isn't it, to put 14 tries on in a game.
Nice ball
play.
back on the inside. Tahara Chase to Benny Ross.
Yeah, that's an old combination that's been honed over the years, and two great young players combining there, and that'll give the Storm a little bit of heart here. Scotty coming into the back end of this game, really, really smart play there. They'll be happy with that one.
So the 7th try of the game. They still scored 7 tries themselves. There's not too many games where you lose by the margin which they have when you've scored 7 tries as well. So we know that they've got points in them, this young team. They're still playing on here. I was just waiting for something to stop there all of a sudden, and it must have been the advantage call from John Hamstra. They almost scored in the end. Gold Coast now. Repeat. Another set of 6 to work with. Now, the young man.
That is
He
just...
has scored a classic.
Yeah.
Chase Davis-Shaw, and the boys are getting around him as well.
Oh, that's a fantastic piece of play. The people watching at home, there is so much skill in this try. Firstly from Tika, him being able to, hold the defence up for a second. Just watch this on the replay. Chase works really hard, works off the ball. Tika goes to the line and just a little step back, and that was just fantastic piece of play for that young man. And that's his 2nd try for the game, and he'll remember that one for a while.
Clock starting to wind down. Gold Coast and Brothers to come in the Women's Premier. Jackson flicks it out to the birthday boy. Couldn't really do too much on the back end of that one.
No, and that's the thing. Like, they'll watch this back, and once he starts to throw a couple of them long, then that little back on the inside will be there, and that's where the gap's been for him. So, there's so many good learnings that come out of these games. So, Scotty, even when you have a game like this, where you feel like the other teams dominated and done quite well, there's been some great patches, as we've said. There's plenty of tries in them. They just got to have a look at that defence and work a bit harder, but they'll go a lot better as this season goes on.
Setting up again here, the Coast with Groth. Links up, Jaden Love. Groth goes away from him, and they're playing on here. There's players offside again. It's that Dayberg Muir.
That's crazy.
He's put that ball down backwards.
Yeah, he has, dead set.
Oh, just
Come on,
give
let
it
the
to
boys
him.
play.
Give it to
That
him.
was classic. That was fantastic. Only Dayberg Muir, right?
Can we get a replay?
Oh, how good was that?
Downstairs. We'll wait and see how this play unfolds.
And Faze.
Oh, he looked, he wanted to get it down there.
Yeah.
Here's Jaden Love. Plays it again. A little bit of footwork. Moore makes the touch. And there's a forward pass amongst that. Somewhere as signalled.
And that's a really good shift to the box there by the Moore brothers, and latch from Richter, and that's good. This is looking good though. Oh, that fly play was probably out the back there.
Deacon just couldn't pick that one up cleanly.
Yep. As we said, what's been pretty good about the Coast, that midfield sort of play that they've got now is really making them a dangerous proposition. I mean, I know they lost last week, to Uni, but that was including like the send off with Jai Charlton. So they've been really, really impressive so far, and I think they're a real chance to put a lot of pressure on the teams that have dominated the comp over the last couple of years.
Here's Richter.
And that's a nice release there from Bailey Deacon to Benny Ross, and this is a good latch, and now they have to keep this ball moving.
Pressure on the inside from Norman, so they hold it. Now they'll come back in towards the middle of the field. Benny Moore now will play. Oh, gets solid contact there from Norman. Play on, and they send it over the sideline. Missed opportunity there.
I wouldn't be too upset if I'm Chris Ross in that box. That's a ticket going forward with these guys, mate. Because the Gold Coast are so effective with this drive. If they finish the set over on their box side, it makes life a little bit tougher for them because they've been so slick with their transitions and stuff. So some good things to take out of this going forward for the Storm.
Yeah, absolutely. But what a performance it was from the Gold Coast tonight, racking up 15 tries along the way. Final score 15-7. Quite the game there from the coast. They'll be definitely happy with that performance as we have a look at the try scorers. Lennox Tika gets 3, Dylan May gets 3, couple there to chase Davis Shaw, Kai Castles as well. What a game.
Yeah, the Tika brothers outstanding there. But what I like about it is that how the older players are playing their part, but they're not overtaking this young Gold Coast team. They're giving the young boys their opportunities, and then Norman, and Drummy and Love are just chiming in where they have to. And we're starting to see a little bit of balance here amongst this Gold Coast team, and they'll be exciting to watch for the rest of the season. But this Storm team can take a lot of heart out of that performance. As you said, some quality tries from them, Scotty, and an opportunity for them to learn and develop and grow. And with the break coming up soon in the Metro Cup, an opportunity to get a couple of good training sessions under their belt, come back in the second half of the season, and let's see what they can put on the board.
Women's Premier action coming up next. Gold Coast taking on Brothers. More to come here from the Metro Cup.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back to the Metro Cup. We have our Women's Premier match about to get underway. Gold Coast taking on Brothers. Kai Leggett has sprinted up to the commentary box to join me for this one. Good evening, Kai.
Good evening, Scotty. Thanks for having me. Yeah, definitely should have sprinted after that game. Did enough sprinting in that one. But now looking forward to a very good game tonight between Brothers and Gold Coast.
Yes, it will be a pretty close contest. The Gold Coast, they're looking for the first win of the season. They're coming off a 4-0 loss against the ladder-leading Southern Storm last round. And previously, this is on their third match of the game. They've had a bye already. They had a 4-2 loss against Country Club. We called that game not too long ago. Really competitive they were, particularly in the first half. Scores might have even been locked going into the halftime break. They showed a lot of promise in that game against an experienced lineup. I think we're going to see something similar from them again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we can go back to that game and obviously have a bit of a look through kind of how that went, especially moving into halftime. I believe it was 2-1 coming into halftime, and then obviously very tight game coming into the to the latter half of that as well. But yeah, I do also expect a very similar game to that one as well.
And Brothers, though, coming into this game in pretty good form as well. They had a 4-all draw last round against the defending champions, the 3-time champions, the UQ Rebels. So that's a pretty good game against the top team coming into this year's competition. They had a heavy loss against the Southern Storm the week prior, 10-2. They went down in that one, but we've seen the Storm as well this season. They look a dangerous outfit coming into the 2024 competition. They had a 4-0 win over Country Club in the first round. So it'll be interesting to see what we get tonight from Brothers. They've got an experienced lineup, as you can see on screen at the moment, led by the captain, Australian captain as well, Kim Soo Si. We saw Tess Notley had a great game last week as well in the previous game that we called. Expecting to see good things from this Brothers lineup tonight.
Definitely, yeah. I think they'll come out hard and fast, as they always have. Obviously, a very experienced lineup as well. Darty leading the front as the super coach himself there with, by the looks of it, some very fresh Nikes on as well. So that'll probably help out the coaching outfit as well.
Oh yeah, they are white. We'll try and get a glimpse of them. Might have a little sponsorship deal or something at the moment going there, Darty.
Be nice, that, wouldn't it?
Doing good things in the coaching realm. Also played for Australia in the World Cup as well. Men's 30s. Getting it done all over the park. Gold Coast, opening possession for them. Let's see how they kickstart this game. They've got players in motion. Nice ball running in. Might have come back for a little forward pass there. I thought just had the timing slightly off on that one, but plenty of energy straight away from the tap-off.
Definitely. It looks good off the first tap-off of the game. There a lot of movement there as well, which is very good to see. Really kind of putting the pressure on their links early as well. But Brothers obviously had that covered pretty well, and exiting out of their half very good as well.
Changes now for Brothers as Barker plays it. English comes out of the interchange area nicely. Notley holds it up, goes to English. Little short ball off the hip. Nice set though, early touches. They get themselves downfield. I like the option though sometimes just to go a little short ball. You take the touch though, just keeps them on their toes.
Absolutely, yeah. It's good first set from both teams, obviously going coast to coast to Brothers, and gave himself a chance there to put one up there as they get a penalty coming into their half. John Hamstra blowing a P out of the whistle there to give a bit of an upstart to Brothers for this first half.
Yeah, Johnny Hamstra and Brett. I'll get it out. Freshwater.
He sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, bit of a tongue twister. Well, it's not really, but made it a tongue twister. Doing double duties in this one. We saw them in the game before. Zoe Generick joins them as well for our women's premier match. Brothers here with good field position. There's Notley. It's another touch from half. They got the numbers on the left. And tough ball to take there off the fingertips.
Yeah, they're creating chances early doors, which is obviously very good to see. Really putting the pressure on that back middle there as well with that half run. And yeah, Tess will definitely do a lot of that coming into this game as well. So she'll be definitely one to watch throughout the rest of this game too.
Gold Coast now making meters down their sideline. Nice little wrap-around play. Picks up some good meters. Gets them on the front foot. Oh, we got a little injury here.
Ow.
Zoe Williams. Good sportsmanship from Brothers. Carly Walsh is holding Williams up. And yeah, that ankle, she looks in quite a bit of pain and discomfort at the moment.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to see.
Would not envy being in, well, as much as it is to say, wouldn't envy being in those shoes at the moment. That looked like that hurt quite a lot.
Yeah, she is.
Hopefully it's not an Achilles.
Yeah, she's in a world of pain at the moment. Cannot put any pressure, as you can see her make her way off to the sideline. And yeah, our thoughts are with the young lady. Hopefully it's not as bad as what it's looking like at the moment, but it doesn't look good for her at this stage. We'll see if we can get an update as the game unfolds. And it hurts the Gold Coast a little bit as well. Player down, player out of the change. Just throws a little bit of a spanner in the works in terms of rotations and changes onto the park.
It does, but they'll obviously have ways around that, and they'll obviously have a bit of a think about how we can substitute that as Brothers really roll into their line here. Get a really good roll for a half. Pick up, goes to the short side, bombs long. That's really good touch football. The winger's done really well to get there.
Yeah, great slide defence. Gemma up till in the end, coming across to make the their touch. As they have to come back to the mark and restart. Looking for meters to get downfield here at the moment, the coast. Brothers are putting all sorts of pressure on. No half in place. Oh dear, it's falling apart.
It's just unfortunate there. It's just obviously wasn't much communication towards who had half there and who had the ball, and it's given Brothers a bit of an advantage coming into their line, especially coming into, I suppose, their half as well. That's only second touch, and they're down at the 10-metre line already.
Still changes making their way into the park here for Brothers as English.
Go long.
Oh yeah, didn't quite have a half in place.
Oh.
They managed to get one out. A little bit clunky on the back end of that set for Brothers.
Yeah, I think also coming into this game as well, you know, we're 5 minutes in. I think it's advantage Brothers at the moment. As you can see there, like I think it's just the little 1%ers at the moment. The Brothers are slightly on top of compared to Gold Coast, but we'll obviously see how that pans out coming into the back end of this first half. But it gives Brothers a big chance.
Barker goes out ball to English. Stevens in the half, comes back to English, comes off the left foot. Yeah, quality set up there from Brothers. And they finally crack the egg. They get the first try on the board.
That's it. Yeah, as I said, it's advantage Brothers at the moment. They had that sweeper on the long side and a little step back there as well, and fell into a little hole there. And it's 1-0. Obviously, if they keep playing this way, it'll be a very, very good game to watch.
Brooke English with the first try of the game. And the Gold Coast from the tap restart. Isdale takes a couple of steps from half, turns it back on the inside to Plath. So they look to skip on the outside. They're going to point to the spot here. Nice response from the coast after a mountain of pressure from Brothers early on. When Brothers scored down the other end to get the first try on the board, Gold Coast hit them straight back.
Well needed touchdown, that one. Another sweeper as well. It's 2 tries, 2 sweepers, and just got really low there. And he's just obviously beaten the defender to the line, and it's a really important touchdown there for Gold Coast to keep themselves in it.
And Kaylee Robust with the first try for the Coast. Locked up at ones. Now Brothers throwing the footy around in the middle of the field. Sipple links, folds on the sweep. Looks to take them on. Nice touch from Robust. Scored down the other end, comes up with a big touch there on the 5th touch of the set. Here's Folds, ball out in front. Oh, nice footwork. And Folds tries to sling one out the back. So good response there in defence from the Gold Coast, scoring down the other end. They look pretty comfortable defending that set of 6.
It did, yeah. They've turned things around, obviously, for their first couple of minutes, and starting to look a lot stronger, especially in that roll ball as well. So giving themselves some options coming out of the half into 3rd and 4th touch now, hopefully for a half run, I would say.
A bit more punch coming out of the box this time around. Nice pick up and go. And sliding across pretty comfortably to make the touch in the end with Bartlett. She'll feed it from half now as they rush up on Notley. Here's Bartlett, great meters. Gets the ball down cleanly. Notley shy at the halfway line. As Ray Barker makes her way onto the field. Clacken and Susie working together. Nice little pop-out play. Oh, that's unfortunate. Zell Gillespie was opening up. They would have had a 2-on-1 down that left-hand side.
They had some momentum there coming out of that line. It was those meters as well coming out of their 10. It really set up the back end of that set there. It's just unfortunate they didn't finish it off.
Good meters here as well from Sampson. And they just need to get themselves set and robust. She plays it. Now they kick away. And one just got a little bit confused with the call there. I must say I did hear a whistle as well, but it came from field 2, didn't come from field 1. All the players stopped. And
could have been 6 other fields that come from then.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of action going on out here. You'll see all the other fields in the background playing at the same time. It's about 7 fields all running at the one time. Lower divisions and taking place at the same time as our premier matches. Good field position here to start their set of 6.
Absolutely. Hopefully for a good roll in here. It's only third touch and they're on the 10-metre line. It gives them a bit of an advantage with 3 touches up the sleeve as well.
Here's Isdale. He'll play it. Look up. Oh, almost got it on the outside. As Carly Walsh came in to make the touch. Our brothers get back to work. Here's English. Scored the first try.
Wow.
Gee whiz, gets thrown into the sponsorship signage on the sideline.
You're on fire, you are.
Someone get me some
It's just
a bite of
something.
menthol or something to get this
Just something.
hunger. What is happening tonight? We'll bring it home though.
That's right, you got 30 minutes.
Got to do something to get back on the wagon.
It's it.
All right, here's
Inside.
Barker. Slices through, gets into the in-goal area. Nice support play. And Hoffmeyer scores the second try here for Brothers, all off the back there of Ray Barker. Too easy from half.
And that was it, and that comes back to, you know, 3 or 4 touches beforehand, getting that penalty on that halfway line there. Gives them a fresh set of 6 coming into the line. It's just a really good winger cut there to really separate themselves from the link and the wing. And advantage Brothers.
And back in front, 2-1 now on the scoreboard. As the Gold Coast play through the middle in the first few touches. As Watkins dances, plays. Now they look to kick out.
Ooh.
Nice footwork. Lucy McLaren showed some speed as soon as the ball hit the hands. Watkins out to McLaren. They'll finish it off on the right-hand side of the field.
It's another good set as well from the Gold Coast. They're obviously rolling into the line a little bit better now, and it just looks a lot cleaner, and they're creating themselves some options.
Susie gets the ball away to Hoffmeyer. Working hard here, Brothers, this set. And that last touch, they played it in there on their own end of the field. English there shows a bit of experience, just slings it across the sideline.
That's smart footy, that. Give yourself a break.
They get their 6 defensive players in line, ready to come up and put some pressure on the Gold Coast straight away. We're going lateral across the park now. 3 touches, no meters made as of yet from the coast. They'll straighten up as those replacement players make their way onto the field. Isdale picks up good meters, and Jenrick makes the right call. Just called a little bit upright there, coming into the play the ball as well.
Good exit so far from Brothers there. Halfway, third touch, better roll in as well.
Here's Glacken. Nice work in the middle there. Defensively from Isdale. Switch out the back.
Oh.
Glacken with space to move. Pops a nice ball to Bartlett. Good scramble defence in the end. Skylar Sampson getting across to make the final touch. And they get straight back on the footy here, the Coast.
Good meters so far. Really need that third touch to be on that 10-metre line to give themselves some advantage coming into their half. And with 2 to go, let's see if they can find something here.
Nice pick up and go. They're on the back foot here, Brothers. Glacken tries to get a bit physical coming into the touch to slow that
just got
roll
there.
ball down, but they can't get it done.
Good ball.
Great footy from the Coast. Good finish as well with work to do. Scores are locked up here.
That's it. And as we said, coming into this to the start of this game, we thought it was obviously going to be a very back and forth game of footy, and she's picked up the ball there and thrown that a good 30 metres, and very well done by the winger there to get that low and make sure it finishes it off. And it started back with that 3rd and 4th touch roll from halfway and gave themselves some momentum coming in the line. And I'm not sure if you can hear that, but there's bulk fireworks going off behind us.
I'm glad it's fireworks because I was about to stop, drop and roll,
I
get
was
under
in
the
trouble.
table. But, well, there was a short display. They're finished. So we can't show you, but they looked good for the
Look, yeah.
3 to 4 seconds that they were going off.
Oh my God.
We'll get back to the footy now as Stevens shot quite the combination with Kim Susi. Here is Kimmy now, footwork, and the ball hits the deck, so they defend their line again after scoring points. And it really felt like the coast were really up against it. Oh, the fireworks
They're
are
back.
You beauty.
Oh no, they're Redlands colours. No, turn them off.
Get the red and green. You might get a glimpse of them at some stage. There's a bit of a false start from them to start with.
Come out of nowhere.
Oh, they finished again.
Oh.
Viewers at home are going,
No,
what are
they're
these blokes talking about? There's no fireworks out there. It's ridiculous.
They're on something.
But yeah, I was just going to make mention, it really felt like the coast were completely up against it. Even though Brothers scored first, they got the early points on the board. It was all Brothers really in the first part of the first half, but they've done a great job to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, and they've cleaned up obviously coming out of their line and coming into their half as well. As you look for a pick-up on last here, go to the long side, gets through, short ball. Very good touch football.
Just carving them up from half tonight, Ray Barker. Second one she's set up. Coming in from that acting half position, slice through the defensive line as we take a look at the replay.
That very good roll there. It gets them to 15 out, picks up from half and walks straight through a middle gap there. And just really good to have support there as well. And very well finished off. And as we say, advantage Brothers again.
Back in front. It's been a seesawing battle.
Ping pong football.
Yeah, it has been. Gold Coast, though, have done the majority of the chasing throughout the first half. Haven't been able to battle a level score as of yet. They're back down by 1. Still 4.5 to go here in the first half.
A lot of footy left.
As the Coast now played on the 7. Sampson from half. No options. Comfortable touch in the end. Brooke English. Very experienced player in this Brothers lineup as well. Here she is, ball in hand.
A lot of experienced heads in this Brothers team, and it's what keeps them steady as they come out of the line. Unfortunately, making a mistake there, but it's good to have those older players, those older heads in there, just to keep everyone calm and make sure everyone's doing the right things in the 1%ers.
Good opportunity here from the Coast. Good footwork, skipping away. They pick up those extra valuable meters. They jink and dive in at the line.
Anyone onside? No.
Play on. There you go. Well, it looked like the play was dead and buried, but they just held off, continued to hold off.
It's good listening. It's just great listening. Zoe's obviously called both middles offside there, and it's just having that awareness that both of them were offside, and it leaves that try line open. And once again, we're back to even.
It's been an unbelievable performance from the Coast to keep themselves in the game and just keep clawing back at Brothers.
Just find a way. Just find a way, footy.
It sometimes feels like a game just flashes before your eyes. 20 minutes, 2 20-minute halves, but in the end, you can still do a lot in a 40-minute game of touch footy.
Oh God, yeah.
And that's what Gold Coast have done here in the first half.
Anything goes.
Brothers before halftime, under 3 to go. We're looking to put the pressure back on as it's juggled, and lost in the end.
You're just looking for a clean exit here, Gold Coast. Get themselves to the sub-box, get some new legs on and turn things around. Maybe with the last 2 minutes to go, they can unfortunately not create a bit of a gap for them, but it gives Brothers a big chance here. If they shift it right, they're in.
And Susie puts the foot down. They play it now. They're shot on the left-hand side. Nice short ball. They're scrambling. They're coming from everywhere to try and stop this play. The Gold Coast, they do hold the momentum up. As English plays it. Bartlett comes back in field. Gillespie comes back to Bartlett. Here's Stevens. Gets into the in-goal. Comes back
footy
to Gillespie. Smart football there from Brothers. They get their 4th try on the board.
That's it. It's back advantage Brothers again for anyone watching table tennis at home. It's just been back and forth, but just that first pump fake out to that long side and really gets that other middle and link to commit in and got through to the in-goal there and just a little pass in behind makes it 4-3.
So advantage Brothers yet again. Can the Gold Coast respond before the break? Just over 60 seconds to go. This might be their final possession here in the first half.
Set up for a sweeper play again.
The Come open side, Sampson, nice work off the left, throws the dummy back on the inside. Bartlett makes the touch. And Watkins picks up, jinking step, ball out in front. Brothers hold on. Last set here in the first half for them. They're trying to get themselves downfield.
Good roll.
One last chance, space down the right-hand side. Hoffmeyer, looked like it might have been slightly over the mark. They continue to play on. 30 seconds left to go. Here in the first 20, Glackham plays it. Barker, she'll go from half, you think. Sends it early this time. Stevens puts it through the hands. That is a quality finish, quality try as well. And you could just feel the intensity. They wanted one more before the halftime break, and they went the full distance to go and get it.
Well, girls and boys, if you're watching at home and you want to know how a perfect set of 6 coming out of your line is, watch that again. That was just, it was clinical, getting to the box, getting subs on, getting that advantage coming into the line, and beautiful 4-on-3 ball there to give Brothers an extra try coming into halftime.
Yeah, sees them in front by 2 as well going into the break, but the Gold Coast are right in this game. Can they get themselves back into it? Here in the second 20, we'll take a quick break and be back with all the second half action here from the Metro Cup.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Welcome back. We're at the halftime break here in the Women's Premier. This is round 4 action. Brothers taking on the Gold Coast. 2 tries in it. Oranges at the moment. 5-3 is the halftime score. Brothers felt like they were on top for the majority of that game. It's reflected in the scoreboard. They deserved to go into the break with the lead that they have. But Gold Coast just kept fighting. They were scrapping for everything that they had there in the first 20 minutes. There's a lot of positives that they can take from that. Absolutely.
Look, it's playing that fighting football as well. You know, they're coming out of their half well. They were doing it really well in the first part of it as well. It's just playing that fighting football, you know, staying in that grind, and you're just trying to do those little things right, and it's creating chances for them, as we've seen. And, you know, they've gone with Brothers. It wasn't until the last, 2 or 3 minutes that Brothers found a little bit more legs than them, unfortunately. But it just seemed to, the tide seemed to change a little bit there.
Yeah, definitely. But the way the Brothers finished that first half in particular, that set of 6, probably their best set of 6 of the game, you'd have to say. You can just see what, shine that they have within this team. When they want to turn it on, they can turn it on.
That's right, yeah. And we come back to those experienced heads in there. You know, you've got Kim CC, Australian captain. You can't really get much more experience than that. And she's obviously leading the way at the moment for the girls, and obviously putting them in the right directions and the right holes. And as you say, 5-3 coming out of half time. It's a 2-touchdown advantage, and let's see if they can hold on to it.
Yeah, we'll have more live action next week here from the Metro Cup. Women's Premier action will be the UQ Rebels taking on the Gold Coast. We'll see them next week as well. Men's Premier Country Club taking on UQ. Grand final replay. Thank you very much.
It'll be clinical. Watch that one, I reckon. It's as you say, grand final rematch. And last year, obviously, us Country Club Colts boys were just a little bit better than UQ, but look, both teams are very, very strong this year as well, and they'll be looking for a bit of redemption, UQ.
Yeah, both teams would have circled that one when the draw came out at the start of the season. Everyone loves a grand final replay, and we look forward to that one next week. We'll have a bit of a breather from the Metro Cup after that. The National Youth Championships will be taking place down in Coffs Harbour. Looking forward to heading down to Coffs for another under-18s competition. One of the great tournaments on the calendar, the Youth Championship. So many young kids. There would be quite a few in both these lineups that would have played in that tournament not too long ago, particularly from the Gold Coast team. And yeah, looking forward for another NYC coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that was always one that was highlighted on my calendar. That was for sure not just a free trip away to the sunny coast, but it was just good footy. And but obviously back then it was they had New Zealand come over. They had the 16s, the 18s. That was really good fun. Very scary to stand in front of, but it's just a good experience, and it's a very good stepping stone, as you say, into things like NTLs and Queensland teams.
Queensland All Schools coming up as well, so plenty of touch footy happening on the calendar at the moment. And Brothers have the first touch here. They got all their numbers on the right now. They're switching around to the left. Files puts a foot down. Great touch on the inside. As one of the Gold Coast players stretches out and she's clutching at his shoulder. Oh, they've already lost one player tonight.
Ambulance working overtime by the looks of it. There's a couple of injuries in our game as well, the game before this, and that's 2 already to Gold Coast. But she's done very well to get there to stop Brothers putting on another try early doors. So credit where credit is due.
Yeah, definitely does look like a shoulder injury. Straight into the turf, but a huge touch that had to be made. Now looking for another switch back on the inside. English couldn't reel it back in. So the Gold Coast doing it tough tonight in terms of injuries. Good set for them though. Over the halfway line they go.
Oh, that's another good extra 10 metres there.
Good footwork coming into the last. They're all stacked on the right-hand side and play it short.
That was a wing pickup too. 6 on 5. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. Just had to let it sing through the hands out the right. Still not a bad option though. They finish it on the 7-metre line. And they got to get some defensive players up. No touch though on the first. And the second wave comes up, but they're offside.
He's all over it, John, isn't he?
Once it get past.
Once again, nearly blew the pee out of that thing, but and it was really good defence as well. It was just slightly mistimed, unfortunately, from Gold Coast, but it really put a lot of pressure on Brothers there just to try and make that exit a little bit cleaner, but it gives them a bit of a roll. Obviously, dropping that there, unfortunately, but regardless, it was still a very good defence there.
Good field position here for the Coast. We're looking to be the team to score first here in the second half. Get that margin back down to 1. McLaren feeds it from half. The kick on the outside. Holloway Samuels will come back and play it on the 7-metre line. Plath puts it through the hands. McLaren short of the 7. Oh, nice footwork coming back off.
She's through then.
Yeah, Harper Eldridge showing a nice clean pair of heels. As Notley comes down the sideline. Bartlett feeds it through the hands. Sipple plays it.
A good exit to get there from 4. Unfortunately, a mistake there, but it was such a good exit coming out of their half into getting some really good legs onto the field and getting some momentum moving forward. And it's just an unfortunate mistake was made there.
So Gold Coast restart. Get too many metres on the first touch. Plath plays it. Getting some replacements out onto the field now. Sampson The bright pink boots tonight. Here's another pair of pink boots. They're everywhere.
God, they're everywhere.
Last touch. Sampson can't quite pick that one up cleanly. Brothers straight back out onto the footy.
He's picked back in for a pair of touch shoes now.
Oh, I don't know what the kids are doing these days. They're fluoro yellow, they're pink, a little bit of everything. Good on them. Last now, Glacken momentarily had a little bit of space and some numbers to work with on the left.
Good clean exit so far from Gold Coast. Getting all the way over to their side. That's the third touch. Fresh legs coming on now for fourth.
Look to straighten up. Everyone's over on the left at the moment. As McLaren gets caught in possession from half. Brothers roll and restart. Glacken through the hands on the first. Notley. Another touch for Glacken. Just got it down on the mark. So changes come on here for Brothers. English, fifth and final, picks up.
No.
Nice little tap on, Files, receives it back. Might have been a forward pass in there somewhere. Gold Coast get us back underway. Here's McLaren. The pink boots are back. Better flow coming into the back end of the set now. Just didn't quite have players into position. Still making their way onto the field there. Michaeli Robust scored the try for the Coast in the first half.
Oh, meters.
Great start to the set. They'll feed off the back of this.
Meter
Bartlett comes down the sideline. Stevens.
That's third touch and they're on the 10. That's the roll you want. Oh, my God.
Oh, not
Oh
really.
my
Shows
God.
it once. Takes off and goes herself. What a try that was. It all comes off the back, though, of the roll downfield that they have, but Notley puts the polish on the end.
Is that out of the book of Jake, that one, I think?
I think that's out of the book of Test.
I don't want to give him credit, but that is just clean touch football. It's, as we say, you know, it started out of the roll out of their line as well. Just had those first two touches and they were on halfway at the second touch, and just a great set of footwork there to finish it off.
Starting to stretch now, Brothers. Their sixth try. In front by 3. Coast looking to hit back.
Sinker.
Now they're picking off intercepts as well. Oh, showing it to go down once and kicking away. Scarlett Sipple. There's a 0 touch as well. It's the first. Oh, pressure.
Unfortunate that one. They're halfway on the first touch, and that was just out of reach, and that could have been the difference between 6-3 and 7-3. But yeah, Brothers have come out red hot out of half time here in the first 7 minutes.
It's good work from Collie, who we'll see coming into half here as well. She's a little bit isolated down the right-hand sideline. Just punched up out of the line and put a bit of defensive pressure on.
Very
enough
good
to
job.
force the mistake. Here's Plath who plays it. Last touch. Ball hits the deck. Brothers now put it through the hands. English. Caught short that time. Again, looking to come up out of line. Was Coley to put pressure on. Play on was the call. Brothers take advantage and get themselves downfield. Stevens back on the inside. Susie plays it. Just caught a step back. There's Stevens. Still does a good job to pick it up. Lovely switch. Susie comes back to it. Catherine can't quite get the final pass away. Oh, wow.
There's lots happening there, wasn't there?
That would have been spectacular. It's a good defence in the end to come across and force that last pass to hit the deck, but sometimes you just want to see those ones stick.
You do, yeah.
A little bit of
Well-needed penalty there for Gold Coast. Just didn't have as much roll as they would have liked. It gave them a little bit of a breather there, and just a few extra metres made now, and they've got a fresh set of 6 coming into their line.
So they'll try and work themselves downfield. Robust plays it, receives it back. Always Samuels puts it through the hands. Isdale will play it. Always Samuels picks up, puts the brakes on, gets into in-goal, gets away from Bartlett. Can't find a connection.
Lots happened in these last 3 minutes. I tell you what, it's very good touch footy being played here.
She's sparked up again.
Gas.
Nice ball. Big meters down the sideline. Susie follows suit. Barker rolls it forward again. Another penalty. Just caught short.
I think Darty's worked it out on half time there. Just how to really stop that box side flood, as we spoke about previously in the previous weeks, on how to defend that coming out of their line. And I don't know, whatever he said, I might need to know what that is.
He's doing a good job with the team. A little mistake there though from them. Sees the Gold Coast get the footy back. And just looks like a little bit of steam's come out of the legs. And another mistake here. And this is just that different level in Women's Premier, isn't it?
It is.
We've got some players with experience. They've played a few seasons in this, but they're going to be better for the run. We're going to keep saying it. The team that we see now in the early rounds compared to what we'll see towards the back end of the year will be vastly different from the Coast. They're going to get so much more experience and just take a little something from every game that they play.
Yep. They're going to be two completely different teams coming into the second half of the competition. As you see a sweeper back long side. Unfortunately, ball to ground there. But you are right in saying that, you know, it's early doors in the season as much as we want to say it. And, you know, they're obviously every team's going to progress and be better as they come into the back end of this season, but it's going to show very soon.
Through the hands they go. Another little mistake. So back-to-back sets, they've given away the footy on the other side of their 10-metre line.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's happened there? Ray, no. Puts the hand up. Sorry about that.
Hand up accountability there, but no, that's just unfortunate, that one.
You can let that one slip. Out by 3. He's had a great game. He's set up 2 tries already. Sweeping around as they come back in towards the middle of the field. Isdale plays it. Nice clean pick up. And it is on for them long. Great try from the Coast. And he knows, you know, under 9 minutes to go now. Margin back down to 2.
Never say die footy at the moment from the Coast as they see come back to this pickup, and it takes a step towards the long side and lets it sing, and God, you don't really get much better of a ball than that on the out 2, and winger and yards of space, it gets them within 2.
Gemma Upfield scores for the Coast. Big defensive set for them here after coming up with points. Gillespie plays it, some space in front of Bartlett. Links back up with Folds though. There's pressure on it. In the middle of the field.
Oh,
Glacken, lovely bit of footwork. Short ball as well. To Bartlett. He's punching through a hole. Last touch. They come up. They make the touch there on Glacken. Kayla Isdale closing the set out for the Coast. They're going to get a relieving penalty as well, not returning the football back.
Seven minutes to go there. I'm not sure if you heard that over the speakers here, but the girls down the Brothers are just saying lift. There's seven long minutes to go in this game of touch football, up 2. Just need to find that second win to see if they can put Gold Coast out of the game.
Pull back on the inside as Glacken picks it off.
Acres of room out here.
Turn it away. Gillespie comes back in field. Nice
Good
ball from Fields. Steady the ship down the sideline with Walsh. Sipple gets them going forward again. Susie just having to come back a couple of steps to get in the half. They've got nice roll on though again now. Susie throws a beautiful ball to Sipple. And Scarlett scores a lovely try off the back of the skip up.
Yeah, that's a seed. That is an absolute seed. Might be the reason she played for Australia, that one, but that's just that 4-on-3 pick up, link hole, and yeah, straight through that, and it's, well, good finish as well. Advantage back to Brothers. 3 up now. 6 minutes to go. See if they can finish it off.
And just rolling downfield at the moment. Not too much punch. Ooh. Get a little bit now. Now Robust looking for something. Jinking. Dancing around. Sampson punches through. Loops the ball out. No target. It's just a little disjointed from the tap restart there from the coast. Oh, Brothers smelling blood as English cops another shot and pops back to her feet. She'll take a breather as the replacement players come onto the field here. Bartlett's one of them, Notley as well. And 2 Southwest Queensland girls working together in the middle of the field. As we see a short ball, Parker, nice work again. She's been good out here on the right-hand side of the field, defending for the coast.
Been very good so far. But small little mistake coming out of the line there. Gives Brothers another chance here with 5 to go to extend the lead out to 4.
Here's Notley and Bartlett again. Oop, juggle. And a bobble. There we go. So looking to finish this one off strongly. Plath over their 10-metre line. That's better.
Good meters.
Nice and straight from Eldridge.
Oh, sneak.
Now, Isdale sees the space.
Oh, don't do an E.
Oh, they're going to come back and was interchange infringement. 7 players on the field there. Files, quick tap, goes. They're going to get back to that 10. Easy ball. They'll come back into Files. Still chasing. What about the dive? Isdale. Desperation defence.
That's a Bundy big play if ever I've seen it, that one. Oh, keeps him in the game.
It's really positive signs to see that desperation. Down by 3. They're under the pump there, and they just can't hold on in the end. Ray Barker gets it done.
Good footy. And you know what, that is good footy from both teams. The defence from Gold Coast to stop a near certain try down the long side there. And obviously, very, very good footy from Brothers just to finish off this short side play here. And yeah, once again, I fell for that dummy up here.
Yeah, they had every right to give up on that previous play, didn't they? It was just, they were cooked, well, almost cooked from the start. They continue to chase. You'd rather see them score tries out in the corner.
That's right.
Like that, by making them work for it. It's been a quality second half here from Brothers. Stretched their legs, found their groove. Gold Coast have made them work though. And that was the last touch of the set.
It's just a bit more energy from Brothers into this second half here. They've found a second wind and really taken the wind out of the Gold Coast sails. And it's this subset here too. Every time they've got to their half on 2 to get a penalty. I think that's happened 3 times now, but that's the momentum you need to bring you into your own half and create these opportunities for your playmakers to score off.
Here's English, Notley. Gets itself in a half, feeds it to Brooke early again. And to Ray Barker. They'll drag him out again. Barker this time goes short to Notley. 3 Gold Coast jerseys there to make the touch.
Good defence as well, that. Very well read.
Starting to show some signs of fatigue. Gutsy performance, like we said, they've worked as hard as they can throughout this game. They've had 2 injuries as well. Let's not forget that throughout the game.
Cannot forget that. They've done very well to obviously keep in the running here with what's, let's be honest, a very good Brothers team. 8-4 is definitely a respectable score.
It was similar to the previous match that we saw Gold Coast on the coverage, where they You see a mistake now from Brothers where they were gritty in the first half, really had to work. Just the second half got away from them in the end. Sure, they'll take plenty of things that they can work on from tonight's match as well. Play
Absolutely
on, play
listening.
on. Oh, must have just got the feet back in the end there. Brooke English to make the touch. Swings around. Bemused by the call.
Favourite word at the moment, play on, John, isn't it? Said it a few times. It was just good listening from Gold Coast as well to play on through that advantage.
To go short side, Robust puts the brakes on. Barker makes the touch. Here's Eldridge playing it. Now looking to slice through. Watkins comes back to the 7. Here's Ella, plays it. Ball rolling around there and they play the ball. Still plenty of calls and chat coming from the Brothers box.
Absolutely.
23 seconds to go. They want one more. We saw it in the first half. That's how they closed
Here it is.
out the first 20. They're looking to do the same here to close the game out. Bartlett plays it. There's trouble coming.
Wheels.
Ball out front. Lovely ball left to right out of the hands. Well, carbon copy of the closure of the first half. Hooter sounds in the background. And what a way to finish this game. A great performance from Brothers. They take the victory in the end. So we take a look at the replay. That final pass is an absolute corker from Bartlett. And they put the cherry on top of the cake.
9-4 to Brothers there. Very good finish. And, as we were saying, coming into this second half, it was just going to be a matter of, who comes out the best and who plays a cleaner style of footy. And Brothers showed their experience and really pulled away with it at the end there.
Great win from Brothers. They chalk up another one. They're well and truly on their way in the Metro Cup. And another strong performance from the Gold Coast, just getting away from them in the end. We hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight. 2 quality games. We'll be back with 2 more next week, live from Whites Hill here. 7:20 is where you need to be. KO Sports and Sky Sports next. Until next week, it's bye for now.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.